Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen, my name's Tetris Ninja, and today we are back actually playing some Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So, a couple of DLC announcements were made for this game. First is the next major expansion that comes out, I think, in March of next year. So, we're not going to talk about that one because that is 3 months away, and I don't deal with things 3 months away. But anyways, the other one was the crossover stories. So, basically...
Looks like something is happening near Volker's hut. Perhaps I should take a look.
Yeah. So they are basically going to be, you can cross over stories and meet Cassandra from Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And I think it's the reverse as well. If you played Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you can meet Eivor. So obviously we're playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla first, and then if I find out there's actually some meaning to playing it again, then we will do so. But I guess we are tracking this mission right now. It started with a faded meeting, turned into a distorted dream.
I can hardly believe it's you, the one fated to save my people.
I'm assuming it's probably some sort of drug-induced hallucination, which is part and parcel of this game. Lots of hallucinations, but let's see.
It's you! Valka said we would meet, but I can hardly believe the great Eivor is fated to save my little Isle of Skye.
Who are you?
Ahead of yourself as always, Edith. Eivor. Edith is an old friend and a seer. She contacted me for advice. Her people are plagued by nightmares to the point of madness.
I wasn't aware people settled on the Isle of Skye.
There are small settlements, but it is a place of passage for many, making it perfect for dreams to wreak havoc. Until now, I've mostly been deciphering if my cousin's feasting on feathers in her dreams means she should marry a farmer or a baker.
You lost me again.
Edith needs your help. And it's not just her people being affected. As someone deeply in tune with the spirit realm, I have also begun to lose sleep. I fear it may spread to our settlement soon.
I will investigate. But it is not as if I have experience chasing away bad dreams.
There is more. You're not going to like this, Eivor. But I believe somehow Randvi is involved. Perhaps even responsible.
I know Randvi's whereabouts better than most, and she isn't... what I mean to say is, she couldn't do something like this.
Ever since the nightmare started here, I began asking the spirits for clarity. And a vision came to me. Though it was cloudy, I know what I saw. You will find Randvi amidst a scene of death on the Isle of Skye. The two of you will fight before you are forced to part ways forever.
That just can't be true.
Believing is your choice. The only way to find the truth and stop the nightmares from spreading is if you go to the Isle of Skye. I must tend to my duties, but Edith can take you when you are ready.
Waifu? We're gonna lose waifu!
Are you ready? My people can't go without sleep any longer.
I'll find out what's plaguing your people. Whatever or whomever it may be.
Oh, look at them go! We're on a mission. I have completed a full walkthrough of this game. If for some reason you're stumbling on this video, just to check out the DLC, I did do a full walkthrough of the campaign. You can find the link to that in the description below for your viewing pleasure a little bit later on. The support for this game has been pretty good so far. Lots of DLC content. I guess let's kind of the Ubisoft Assassin's Creed formula these days. Instead of churning out a new Assassin's Creed game every single year, they're just supporting the one game for a while. So we're probably looking like every 3 years now for a new Assassin's Creed game, which I'm down for. It's cool. Just eventually give me my damn ninjas. Give me my ninjas, Ubisoft. Why are you holding back?
The Isle of Skye. Beautiful, isn't it?
Any idea where I should go first?
Investigate Kilter Raglan first. It's where complaints of nightmares began. My hut is there too, if you need to find me.
I think this gear, the last DLC that I played was the Siege of Paris. So I think all this gear is from the Siege of Paris. Not my exact forte. I just had it on. Maybe I will swap out. Do a quick swap here to my ideal set. There you go. Quick change, quick change. This was my ideal set. I basically just used the Mentor's clothing with the Excalibur and then the... Apparently I did not equip the rune. And there you go. With the wing shield. Okay. We are in the Isle of Skye now. What was the mount I was using? Oh, I was using the wolf. Beauty.
Yeah!
Let's take a look at the map here. Let's hit our first synchronization point. You're not playing an Assassin's Creed game unless you're getting synchronization points, am I right? Oh, opal, opal. I gotta collect the opal if it's literally right there. Let's get this sync on. Synchronization completo. Blind leap of faith. Did not even look down, just completely blind. Eivor is part billy goat. Vale Falls. Oh, armor. Hello, armor. Yeah. Meh. Very excited to see Cassandra. It better be Cassandra. I'm gonna be so disappointed if it's Alexios. It better be.
Well, look, but an eagle. Nothing but doom. Nothing but doom. What is here?
Oh. This person. Ah, there we go.
Is everything all right? You seem...
Find the warrior woman with the braid. She is our undoing, stealing our dreams.
A warrior with a braid? That can't be Randvi. Where is she?
At a church northwest of town. That's all I saw in my dreams. Find her, and please, let me speak.
How long these people haven't actually gone to sleep
Before
yet?
my wedding,
How long has it been?
dreams of my ex-lover ruining it.
I forget how long it is you can go without sleep before you go in, like legally go insane. I think it's like 2 days or so. I can't remember. I have to look that up. Someone look it up for me. Someone in the comment box look it up. How long can you go without sleep before you actually go insane?
We got me no age there.
So how the story goes is that Cassandra basically lived on forever until we met her in the modern time story of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And then she kind of passed the staff over and then just died. So it makes sense that her story can correlate and there'll be a crossover here. Because she basically lived for hundreds upon hundreds of years. It kind of also leaves the option of giving her a sequel if Ubisoft wanted to.
Strange. Valka did say her vision was cloudy. Was she seeing Randri in this aura?
But Ubisoft did say that they weren't interested in doing
Or,
any
as
more
Valka put it, a scene of death.
a full game with Cassandra in it, but you never know. You never know. There she is. Fight! 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 Fight!
Valka was right. Randri!
No. Cassandra. And you are?
Your opponent.
You're pretty good.
So is this Randvi good with an axe?
She is. Much better than you.
Ah, I prefer a spear. You favor other weapons too. Where did you get that blade?
You talk too much!
It's so beautiful. They dance so well.
Looks like there are some things to talk about.
Fine. If we must.
So, opponent, do you have a name?
Eivor, I take it you're one of the hidden ones.
Not exactly. But I admire their work.
If you're not going to talk straight, let's go back to fighting.
I'm not a hidden one, but I have friends that are. And often my goals align with theirs. I assume the same is true for you.
Yes. I've made friends with the Hidden Ones, and I agree with their goals.
Then perhaps we might have more in common than we thought.
You haven't told me why you're here, after coming all the way from... where?
I've traveled so much, it's been a long time since I've been from somewhere. But the Greek world was my home. Long ago. I came here looking for an ancient artifact that's causing this island a great deal of trouble.
You mean the nightmares? A seer told me that the person I'd find amidst death on this island was causing them.
The same one that mistook me for someone named Randvi? Maybe your seer is having an off day.
You're telling me you're not responsible for all these bodies?
I watched these people tear each other apart out of madness and lack of sleep. It's the artifact I'm looking for causing all this. Normally, I'd be quick to track it down, but this fog is making things... difficult. Almost impossible.
If you're so easily blocked by a curse, how do you expect to deal with the realm of spirits and dreams?
A curse? Huh. You know the secrets of this land well, then.
Do you hear something?
No. Listen. Something tells me we should work together.
And what exactly is telling you that?
The obvious. You want to stop the nightmares, and I want the artifact causing them. Help me get rid of this fog so we can find it.
After such a strange encounter, I'm really meant to believe you are not causing the nightmares.
I swear to you, I am here to stop them.
We can work together.
Hit him blade to the gut!
For now.
Right there. Right there, imagine. Could you imagine? Okay. Curse symbol first. This feels so good, working with another assassin. I like it.
Help me out here!
Of course. Here. You're quite strong.
You should know. I had you cornered in that fight just moments ago.
And an even stronger ego to match. Not surprising.
Let me just bust out this torch real quick.
What an interesting church. In all my travels, I've never seen one quite like this.
Are you here to see the sights or get rid of this fog?
I have to take in what I can. It's not as if I plan to stay long.
I gotta find a red jar. Blow that door. Looks like a trap. Woo! Gotta go fast. I don't know how I didn't die there. Or getting jabbed there, that's okay. We fast enough, boys. We fast enough. Always. Always with the freaking fire.
That's better.
Nice work. Curse is fading. It'll be much easier to find the artifact now. Glad I let you tag along to help.
I did most of the work. You're getting on my nerves, you know?
These close quarters probably aren't helping. Let's find a way out.
These guys gonna try me
Crazed
out.
from lack of sleep. Just like the men I saw tearing
Are
one
these guys
another's
trying to
arms.
ambush me?
Gotta take them out before they take us down.
Cold, but I agree.
You're treading on the wrong godland! We will purge you of it!
Yo, what the hell?
Seems like he's addressing you.
He interrupted me? Wow.
It really seemed like someone was talking directly to you in the fight.
The artifact I'm seeking does cause strange things to occur. But I should track it more easily now that the fog is gone.
As if a foreigner could search these hills.
Ready to commit to being my guide?
I didn't say that. If I'm going to help, I need more information. Like what exactly is this artifact you're seeking?
The less you know about it, the better.
The better for you, you mean? You want me to trust you, no?
The artifact is an object of great power, left here by old gods. Left on this island, it could wreak havoc on the world.
Why aren't we under whatever spell or curse this artifact seems to have placed over everyone else?
It is difficult to explain, but artifacts like this can affect people differently. Many are corrupted by them. Perhaps we are of a similar strength. But even if we're not having nightmares, we should still be wary of its power.
If this artifact is ancient and was left here who knows how long ago, why is it suddenly causing problems now?
Loki got bored? So serious. Truthfully, I'm not sure. These artifacts can be activated. Maybe someone tampered with it. After all, many are drawn to its powers. It tempts them.
How exactly are you planning to track it down?
Leave that to me. Finding these artifacts has been my calling for some time now. I've developed a knack for tracking them down. With the aura gone, it should be even easier to find.
Let's not waste time. What's our next move?
Now that this fog is gone, I should be able to better track the artifact's location. Before that, though, I'm going to take another look around the church. See what I can learn of these foreign lands. Meet me in
No!
Topta?
Don't leave me.
It'll take more than studying one church to become familiar with this island. But fine. We'll meet again soon.
Don't leave me, Cassandra. I love you. Night and day. Honestly, I think... I'll be honest, the Cassandra might honestly be my favorite assassin of all time. I know that's heresy! I know it's heresy. Ezio set the bar really high, but I just felt like I don't know, I just had like a strong connection with Cassandra. Her story, her character, basically everything about her. Loved it. It's kind of crazy how originally Odyssey was supposed to be a pure female. The developers made it so the default or the only option was Cassandra, and then some Ubisoft person in a suit said, "No, you can't do that. You can't have strong female leads." And then they
Cassandra is certainly odd. I wonder if I can truly trust her.
And then last minute they shoehorned the Alexios option in. Which was, I think, I don't know. My Odyssey assassin is always Cassandra. That's just my opinion, but, you know. Oh my god, do you know what I did? I set the waypoint to the synchronization point and didn't go there. Whoops.
Took you long enough. I was beginning to think all this talk of gods and nightmares might have scared you off.
I said I would come. So, great artifact hunter, did you track it down as easily as you said you would?
Not quite. But after studying this island, I found our next step. I'll lead you to it, if you're ready.
On to this next step. The shared expedition is starting to feel tedious.
Spoken as if finding an ancient artifact long hidden away was supposed to be simple.
No.
You've been hunting these artifacts for a long time now.
Yes, quite some time.
What led you to this?
Strangely enough, a vacation gone horribly wrong. Now it has become a destiny of sorts.
What exactly are we going to do with this artifact once we find it?
I will take it far away from this island for safekeeping. To a place where no one can maliciously wield its power.
Power? So it's a weapon of some kind?
In the wrong hands, it is. The kind of weapon that should never be used.
A weapon that shouldn't be used. That sounds like a sentiment spoken by someone too weak to wield its power.
It might sound strange to you, but trust me, its power is not to be taken lightly. The survival of your world depends on that.
You mean our world? Don't we live in the same world?
This is it. Somehow this stone formation will bring us closer to the artifact. I think it's a riddle of some kind.
Well, of course it is.
Since you're clearly an expert at playing with rocks, get to solving it then.
Born in mud and excrement, cleansed in cold waters, wrapped in the shroud of death. So I just have to recreate that thing, right? To move this. Freaking killed himself. There you go. There you go. Very Glen.
Strange energy here.
That's it? There's nothing.
Of course you don't see it. You don't have my gifted sight.
That gift wouldn't run in the family, would it? Who might your parents be?
Mind yourself and focus. It looks like the Isle of Skye, but there are several markings on it.
Lens flare.
Could it? No, it couldn't be. A map?
I didn't feel the need to state the obvious.
So, what are the markings?
There are several triangles, and one X, not too far from here.
What are we waiting for? X marks the spot.
What about the triangles? What about the triangles? What about them?
So, do you just spend your days attacking strange women in graveyards, or do you have other duties?
I take care of my people. We have a settlement, Ravensthorpe.
That must be nice. I've traveled alone for what feels like a lifetime now.
You speak as if... How old are you exactly?
Older than you'd think. But everyone tells me I have a young face.
Where's the spear? Where's the spear?
That's a very pretty bird flying above you.
Her name is Sunan.
I had a bird once. A long time ago. An eagle named Ikaros.
I prefer ravens. Eagles are too...
Godly?
gaudy.
Oh, rip Icaros! Rip. Sage. Animals dying. People leave. People leave. I hate animals dying in video games. It's just... it like conjures up the feeling eventually the very sad day that my animals are gonna pass, and I don't I don't got time for that right now. Oh, I'm kind of like welling up right now thinking about it. Focus, focus. I am an animal lover. Well, I wouldn't say an animal lover so much as a dog lover. Indifferent about cats. Indifferent. Highly allergic to them though. So maybe not so indifferent. I love doggos though. And wolves. Wolves are nice
You're
too.
quiet. Not thinking of throwing another axe at my head, are you?
No, I'm just not compelled to fill silence like you are.
Good. That fight took a lot out of me. Not sure I'm ready for a second.
You kept me on my toes as well.
Was that a compliment?
Okay. Over under? Are these two gonna boink eventually? Is it gonna happen? Because I want it to happen. It just it has to happen. It just has to happen. Excalibur is the most flashy weapon in the entire world. Just a gigantic ball of flame.
There's nothing here.
Stand right here.
Why?
Can't you trust me? Or at least pretend to, so this goes faster?
Fine. How did you know?
Lots of practice. Another ambush! They must be drawn to the temple.
They're very persistent.
Stop. Sword was already kind of on fire already. Oh, I set her on fire by accident. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cassandra. You're on fire.
I've seen this before. We'll need shards, keys, to place on this pedestal. That should open...
No. We need to talk. Those people that attacked us, were they speaking your language?
I already told you. The artifact has made them go mad.
Cassandra?
Eivor, when are you going to see that I'm here to help?
No, you're lying. I'm sure of it.
Have I been anything but helpful to you since I got here?
In the first ambush, those men seemed to know you. And now they're speaking your language? You can't take me for such a fool.
There's a chance that my arrival on the Isle of Skye might be what activated the artifact's powers. But it's not certain. And even if it's true, that's all the more reason for me to remove it.
No, that's all the more reason for you to leave so I can remove it myself. You've done enough. I can't trust you, Cassandra.
You have no idea what you'd be dealing with. You need my help.
I know what I must do from here. And if those men are after you, it'll be even easier for me to continue by myself.
Eivor, please! The powers of this artifact are unlike anything you've seen.
Nothing is too powerful for me. Besides, I'm sure I'll make better use of this weapon than you.
Fine. I've had enough of you anyway. You're impossible. You're too brash, Eivor. And it will undo you.
Still need to find all the shards before I can open the door. Better get going.
She never said Malaka. Ugh. Yuck. Closest one is over here. No, I liked her accompanying me. Damn it, Eivor. It's in a base. Of course, it's in a base.
This place is heavily guarded.
The Honglada. Yeah, wasn't so much into the stealth thing in this game just because we're so powerful. Wow. Okay, okay.
You'll crawl soon enough.
Let's kill everyone. Let's kill everyone. Come on, dude.
Keep focused. Guard up.
Burn out, baby. One.
Must be one of the shards I need to place on the pedestal.
Big treasure. Big treasure. Must get it.
Hey now. Just do it. That's it.
Kick. Grab this armor real quick.
Go.
Hello. Opal. Apparently that first shot wasn't a headshot. I don't know. What the?
You shall be purified!
Why didn't I assassinate him? Messed it up somehow. There's a stupid key. Flawless. Give me that key, though. Okay. Weapon or armor? Most likely a weapon because there are not enough pieces around this entire map in order to... That's not the key? Wow, really? I was about to say there's not enough pieces of armor on the map to constitute to be a full set. Well, that was fancy. So fancy. Oh, there's the other key. Maybe, was it a 2-key system? I don't know. This big man's guarding it. Good night, Mr. Goliath.
Give a good heart. Help!
Don't go cause a ruckus now. Go straight home. Go straight home. Yeah, might be a 2-key lock system. Yeah, it was 2-key lock. Hero sword. New weapon. Can any sword be better than the Excalibur, though? Let's be real with ourselves. Let's be real. Let's see what the bonus is. Increase assassination damage and stealth damage. One. Not bad. Not bad. You know what? Let's just use it. It's included in this game. We will use the stuff. Oh, the stuff that we find in this game we will use. Okay. Okay. Where'd it go? Kind of reminds me of Cassandra's sword. Oh, it's fast too. Dang. Okay, next one. Next one. Here? Alright, fragment number dos.
Need to cloak myself here.
Refund my arrow. Well, that apparently didn't kill him, so let's go down. We in and out here like a ninja. Okay. I need explosives.
For your relief!
Dance.
Aside! Tries to surely with a you'll regret it!
I knew it'd be way too easy just to expect it. No. Hey, Mr. Bowman. See, they're trying to shoot me. I should have caught it and threw it back at him. Oh, he's stunned. He's down but not out. Wow. Okay. Okay. Okay, dude. No, I needed that. I could have used that. Wow. Burn out. Thank you. Oh. That's why you dropped that. Treasure hoard map located. Said it was in the cart to the southeast, right? Looks like he got ambushed. There was one up there, though. I didn't even need to go this far out. Well, whatever. Gonna get some kablooms. Imagine I missed. Imagine. Just make walk all the way back there again. Okay, 2. We got 2. Might as well grab the synchronization point. Okay. Synchronization point complete. Next one is 700 meters away. Where you at, Wolfie? Sleeping. Sleeping, probably. Anything new on the map after that synchronization point? No. But there is a weapon or armor. Probably another weapon in this next area that we're going, so that'll be tidy. That'll be tidy. Oh my god. Can't you tell I'm bigger than you? Go away. Stupid wolf. They call me Wolf-Kissed for a reason. You don't want to mess with me. Another base. Another base. Let's survey the land here.
I should not be seen in this area.
This is like, this tree is like almost inviting me to climb it. To go this way. Well, we'll probably need a key first. Missed! Let's go. Whoa! Look at this guy. I forgot I also have a... Oh. Let's go do the rat attack. Where are you going? Would you stop? Nerd. game keeps doing like a weird frame stutter every once in a while. It's kind of off-putting. Oh, you have the key. Spear Leonidas. What? Cassandra, how'd you lose that? How'd you lose it? What the heck? We're on spear time now. Snack. The spear's all glowy. Okay, that honestly that doesn't make any sense why we would have the spear of Leonidas, but whatever, just we'll go with it. We'll go with it. Oh, there it is. Third shard. Okay, number 4 coming at you hot. Brothers Cave. A Tale of Two Brothers. Free belts. Free belt.
Should have a look around.
Malacca. Follow the footprints.
One step closer.
Oh. Here. There we go. grab that key. 1 second. Eivor down. Thank you. Come on. Up we go. Thank you. The gold piece made him crazy. Bears. Eaten by bears. Okay, last one. Let's go back out here, fast forward travel to this. Then we'll go straight southwest. I'm wondering, like, when you separate from Cassandra, like during that time we're away from her, is like, is there a story? If you boot up Odyssey, is that the time where you're actually playing as her? I'm not sure. We'll find out eventually. I'm re-downloading Odyssey as we speak, so we'll find out exactly how the DLC differs. Okay. Well, we got a key. Key has to fit somewhere. Oh. This is gonna be super easy. Wow. The heck? I'll get this. My controller froze for a second.
Could you kindly step into this pool so I might complete my ritual for the berries? Yes. Could you please be a dear and wade into the fairy pool so I can sacrifice you to the fairies?
You're asking if you can kill me?
Since the nightmares started, the fairies have whispered in my ear, promising power if I find sacrifices for them. They've even led me to one of their treasures from my hard work, the prettiest shard. So please, into the pool now.
Fairies are tricky creatures. Are you sure that shard isn't muddling your mind?
I haven't quite felt like myself lately. You could be onto something. Take this shard far away from me, please.
That charisma.
Time to unlock the temple and end the nightmares. Cassandra thought I needed her help.
Back here we go. Height. 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 Dude, don't even try. Please, just leave me alone. They're a those red dots on the screen? Can you guys see those? That was weird. Maybe I'm having a stroke or something, but I saw some red dots on the screen, then they just disappeared on me. The Cave of Gold. All right, what do we expect behind this door? What do we expect behind this thing? Apple? How many apples are there? God only knows.
What a strange place. Who could have known this was on the Isle of Skye?
A tooth. A tooth. Got some smoke down there? Death smoke? Alright, where are we going here? Ah, red dots. Those were the red dots I was seeing. I wasn't going crazy. It's a lot of guys.
No escape! I will gut you!
Come here. Oh,
Almost over now.
it's a light puzzle. I hate light beam puzzles. They are so annoying. Oh my god, this guy just come in. To the chest. Think.
Look alive. There are more coming.
I really wouldn't think.
I have this under control.
Under control! Looks like you were about to get skewered!
I can defend myself. You didn't need to come.
Admit it! You missed me!
Let me rephrase. You shouldn't have come.
I know my presence makes things complicated!
These people are attacking me because of you.
I know! Can we talk about this once they're dead? I should have been honest about my presence activating the artifact. I'm sorry. And I know me being here makes reaching the artifact harder.
Harder? No one would be trying to kill me if you weren't here right now.
I know. Trust me. You will need my help once we reach the artifact. These people are nothing compared to its power.
I'm not getting rid of you, am I?
Don't worry. I'll grow on you. I've seen mechanisms like this before. I'll get the light working. You direct the beams to those plates near the door.
Okay, waiting.
So, I can move these, I see.
There you go. Okay.
One down, one to go.
Okay. Know which one's redundant. She's flashing through there.
There, it's opening.
Finally.
Let's go.
Those parts and weapons are so strange.
They're from my land.
What are they doing here?
It's an illusion caused by the artifact.
And you being near it. That mask looks unique.
I've torn many of those masks from the faces of cultists. Even knowing they're illusions, to see all these things from my...
Home?
I don't have a home. Not anymore.
She's glowing. Why are you glowing? Icaros! All right. Oh, it is an apple. It is an apple. Why did you touch it?
All that trouble for this? You keep it.
What was on the wall?
Admit it. We make a good team.
You're not so bad to work with, after all. Terrible at following orders, though.
Give me a little credit. It's my first time working with another person in... I don't know how many years.
That must get lonely.
It does, from time to time. But it's the path I'm meant to walk. Anyway, I should get going. It's not good for me to stay in one place long. Thank you for your help. Truly.
Wait. The Norse celebrate their victories. And since in the end you did help, why not come out for a drink with me?
I don't know about that. It's not really good for me to be seen by too many people.
If everyone drinks enough, no one will ever know you were here.
All right. What can it hurt?
Hopefully you'll head tomorrow morning if we have a great time. Meet you at the Longhouse in Kiltarachlan.
See you there.
I hope this has a happy ending. I have a feeling it's not, though. Go back. There's something on the wall. What was that? You see it? Yeah, what the heck is this thing? Why he's pulsating? I have no idea. Drink with Cassandra. Will you be my new waifu? Please. Please.
There you are. Ready for that drink?
Let's head inside.
She gotta dip out?
What is it?
There are a lot of people. I haven't been to a party in some time. I guess I'm nervous.
It's not as though you're going in there alone. I'll be with you.
I guess you're right. Let's go inside.
Scald! Scald! Scald!
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm ready for a drink. What about you? Ah. I've always wanted to try mead. Worse than Marcus's wine.
Let's do it.
Staggering already?
Don't choke, Cassandra. Oh, forgot about those. I forgot about those.
Rulmonger.
Forgot about the left and the right thing. Half of it's on my shirt. Oh, we crushed her. You alright? You're slapping.
You can really hold your mead. Now, if we had been drinking wine, I would have won.
Wine. That's child's play.
Not if it's from Marcos's vineyard. That swill could build paint from a vase.
Marcos. Who's Marcos?
An old friend that made truly terrible wine. Malaka.
That's our first Malacca.
Well, you really are drunk. Now you're just spouting nonsense.
No, it's a Greek swear word. It's malaka.
Malaka. Malaka. Malaka.
Malaka! That's it! You got it!
Now, let me teach
The
you.
bride and the groom are here.
What? This is a wedding?
Are we crashing a wedding?
It was arrogant to assume these people were here to celebrate us, saving their asses. Come, let's join in their revelry.
Oh, aren't you the heroes who saved the island and our wedding?
I did a little more than she did. But yes,
We would love it if you both gave a toast at our wedding.
we hardly know you. What would we say?
But your exploits have made our wedding a day to remember. Please regale us with your tale.
I could be up for that. What about you, Eivor?
All right. But if we're going to do this together, Cassandra, let's make it interesting.
What do you suggest?
A fighting competition, of course.
Oh dear.
Never tried it myself. I should warn you, though. I've battled wits with great philosophers.
Stop boasting and prove yourself.
My day began the strangest way. An axe thrown at my head, intending to slay. There stood Eivor, hot-headed and brash.
To see us now, you'd not believe our clash.
It took an ambush or two, and one dusty old temple, for Eivor to see that I could be helpful. But somehow I've melted his cold Norse heart.
And despite her transgressions, I'll give her a fresh start.
I really thought this would be better.
Eivor did the heavy lifting, left the tracking job to I. In the end, we triumphed, chasing the nightmares far from Sky. And to the bride and groom, on this historic day,
If your love survived this, nothing stands in your way.
Messed up that second one, I guess.
Oh, that was wonderful. You've really made this a night to remember.
it's been a while since I've been the center of attention.
How did it feel?
Strangely familiar. I'm glad you invited me here tonight.
It was nothing.
No, really. Thank you. I needed this. More than I knew.
The jilted
What do you say
ex-lover?
we make that bride's day and get rid of that asshole?
Don't you mean that, Malaka?
Indeed.
Like I just straight throwing up right there. Oh, hello. Got him on the ropes! Holy! Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Oh, thank you. You saved my wedding.
We actually saved it twice.
All in a day's work.
My cloak's so fancy.
Eat it! Did you come for the wedding?
I couldn't miss it. My cousin is the bride. And of course, I should thank you. Clearly, you were able to help my people. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here celebrating.
I can't take all the credit. I had some help.
True. Valka put you on this path after all. Was she right, by the way? Did you part ways with that girl? Randvi, as she foresaw?
No. Randvi was never on the Isle of Skye.
Ah, well, even Valkar makes mistakes. Still, it's good you didn't need to say goodbye to a friend.
Why not say goodbye? Why? Why can't we say goodbye? Every single time. Wake up next to the pigs. Surprised no one has ever not skewered us in our sleep.
What an unforgettable night.
Need more Cassandra time. Oh, that's it. That's it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the crossover DLC from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm going to boot up Assassin's Creed Odyssey and see how it differs and if it's worth posting. I'll get to a sub box near you. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed the DLC. One full episode is once again free. So if you have the game, you can play it yourself. But as always, if you enjoyed, thumbs up are greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on my socials, and we will play together very, very soon.